What's up, everyone? Like number 4. Hey, how's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Happy 200th. Thanks. You don't look a week over 150. That's only 4 years of doing this every weekend. No, I guess slightly less than 4 years. I guess the big milestone is the 208th episode. Is this the new time for the Sunday stream? No. I don't think there was a Sunday stream last week. That's why we didn't do it. Yeah, it was like July 4th weekend, right? Something came up. I don't remember what it was. It happens at 208. It's just 4 years of weekends. No big deal. Win penis. Could, I mean, we could do that right now. What's up?
Yo. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You?
Doing pretty good. Did some yard work, made a marbled rye.
Nice.
Pretty good day.
Nice. I saw your marbled rye. Does it taste
I was surprised it turned out good.
like rye?
Well, it tastes like yeah.
Okay.
There's rye in it.
Alright.
I screwed up the salt though. Like I forgot to put salt in the dough, so I just sprinkled salt on the top of the dough and then rolled it up, and I was like, I hope that's good enough. And there's like some salty bits and not salty bits, but it's good.
Alright. My experience with marbled rye is it's generally just tastes like white bread, but it's partially brown.
No, I might even do more rye next time, but you definitely taste it.
I like seeded rye. Like
Yeah,
yeah, that's my
like on the crust or like inside of it.
both.
Mm.
You never
I don't know
seen
if I could
like
roll my dough in
stamp.
seeds, because like rye is just like goo.
It's like this kind of shit. Like the where can I send you an image? This.
I did not. I have not received an. Oh, there it is. Wait,
It's
hold on.
popping up. Give it a second.
No, okay. Are those like cardamom seeds?
I don't fucking know.
Looks like cardamom seeds, and now I want to make it. I love cardamom.
It's like Jewish. It's Jewish rye.
Hmm. Yeah, I've always considered like rolling my dough in like seeds of sorts, but I don't feel like it's like a lot though. Like maybe like sesame seeds would be good. Like toast some sesame seeds up and then roll it in that.
Mm. Yeah, it's
Caraway.
caraway seeds. Shit's delicious.
Looks like it.
Yeah. It's a must-have if you're gonna make like Reubens or something. Or just for
Makes
breakfast.
sense. Yeah, I just like having a piece of toast for breakfast. But next step, I got to do inclusions. That's the next big challenge I have ahead of me. So I'm going to do like a jalapeno cheddar boule.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out good.
Sounds fun. Just so we know bread merch. I just buy my bread.
If you want to buy your bread from me, it's only $200 a loaf.
I don't. I don't want my bread shipped from Nevada.
Don't worry, I'll throw a few ice cubes in there with it, like in the bag with the bread.
Oh, nice. Never mind. That changes everything. You didn't tell me it was going to be bread soup.
It's more like a bread ceviche.
Have you ever thought about trying to make like German rye? I don't even think it has yeast in it. It's just like a fucking chunk of seed.
That sounds like a brick.
Yeah.
Coming out both ends. Oof. Pinching that loaf's going to be tough.
Oh, it does have yeast.
I would hope so.
You would not
be a brick.
You would not think it did if you'd ever eaten it.
Is it still a brick?
Yeah, it's still very much a brick.
Oh god.
Here, I'll send you a recipe. You can make it.
No, I don't want to make bricks.
It's the ultimate challenge.
If I'm gonna make stuff with my very sweet flour, I am going to make good stuff.
Y'all talking bread? Yeah, I guess so. That's
Jeez, this
what we
is
do
a
now.
brick. The hell?
That's what I said.
It's like a Cliff Bar.
Yes. That's why they had so much energy in World War II. It wasn't the methamphetamine. It was.
Is it like the lumless bread from Lord of the Rings, where you have one bite and you're about to die because you're so full?
No, it's actually pretty. I mean, it's pretty good if you've ever had it. It's not bad. You can buy it at like Aldi, probably.
A bunch of molasses and stuff. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense.
Definitely a high energy density bread.
Whole rye berries. I have to convince myself constantly to not just get a grain mill, like one of those like home grain mills to use, and just get whole seed.
I mean, that's only acceptable if you build a small like stream in your backyard, and then
like a water wheel.
Yeah, get like a water wheel.
You have to turn the grain.
You know, if you want to just make bread your life, you can buy like 5,000 different dilapidated mills in Italy.
That's true, yeah. And then just push them by hand.
No, they're usually on rivers and shit. You just have to repair the axles and stuff for the stones, but they have like oil and wheat mills like all over Tuscany that you can buy for like $3.
That sounds more expensive than me just spending $700 on one and then having it, and it's the size of my coffee grinder.
It's not the same. We just can't get the same quality out of it.
It's okay. So if I want to get serious about bread, I have to move to Tuscany. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not super opposed to that, and I get to meet a bunch of nonas who will help me make like the perfect pasta dough.
Yeah, that too. I mean, that's where this all started, right? Was you making pasta, so it only makes sense that that would be the completion of your journey.
Make a bread with pasta dough. Corn bicer brat. Ugh. It even just sounds gross. Hey, a bunch of
Jesus
molasses
Christ.
though. It's probably good. Like it's probably sweet.
The last time I had it, I don't remember it being very sweet, but the stuff on it was pretty sour. So
I'm just gonna make jalapeno cheddar sourdough, and once I do that, I'll be happy.
then you'll be done making dough and you'll go back to coding.
No, I'll keep making
Oh,
bread, but I'll be able to make whatever bread I want, and then I could just make a loaf for somebody as a gift. That sounds kind of nice.
seitan's disgusting. That's just something vegans eat to punish themselves.
The other day, someone on the bread subreddit made a 100% whole wheat sourdough with like 120% hydration, and it looked beautiful. I was like, that must have been like handling like motor oil.
Did we announce the EU tariffs over the weekend? Did you hear?
I don't, dude.
I'm trying to find like news on it and I can't seem to find shit.
Did the EU's getting pissed at Trump?
I'm just gonna pay Bloomberg.
What?
I don't know. Did you call that company I told you to get in touch with?
No.
Hmm.
Give me their contact info, and I'll give them a call.
I gave you their website. Just fucking make Dan do it. It's Dan work.
Okay.
You're the COO. You're not supposed to do it yourself. I'm supposed to tell you to do it, and then you find someone else to do it, and then you come back to me and act like you did it.
Okay. Send me that link again, so it's at the top of my inbox.
All right.
I am still writing code though. Just I've slowed down significantly since JFresh has completely monopolized the dev environment.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
It's okay though. He's making good progress, which is
He is. He's almost
so
done,
important.
right?
He is so close to done. He might even be done by like
And
Wednesday.
so now, when we add new tickers, it's just gonna.
It's gonna be the coolest thing ever.
All right, cool.
It's gonna be so cool.
We're just gonna fill them all the
Yeah.
way. Well, fill them all the way up.
Yeah, I don't know if we teased the pores with what we're doing yet.
I think I did a little. Like I showed them. Did I show them SPX? It's in dev, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tease them a little. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, we could tease them. This is more for you analysis centric folk. This thing we're teasing.
Yeah.
But
It
it's very
is.
powerful because we can also do analysis with it too and then provide that to you guys.
So if we go back here, I think the old cutoff was somewhere around.
It was October 2021.
October of 2021.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it used to go back to there, and now it goes all the way back. So we have all the Greeks and DAX and GAX and all that shit, like back to 2015.
Got it all. Yep.
You guys talking about how great my backfill is?
Yeah, we were
That's
kissing your
exactly
ass a
right.
little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear you join the room. What the fuck?
I slipped in quietly.
Yeah, that was extraordinarily sneaky.
That's his calling card.
Gotta watch that. Did I turn that notification off or something? What if I'm talking shit about him when he joins?
Well, then he could come in anyways because you talk shit in front of him.
I know.
You're also recording this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, yeah, but you don't watch them.
Yeah, well, also true.
People would immediately start pinging me about it.
It's true. Yeah, we got the the March 2020 crash in there, so that's cool. We got Volmageddon in there, so that's cool. Yeah. So, if you want some like if you're looking at a stock and you want to see how it performs in a market crash, we got one market crash and one kind of market crash, and then the most recent kind of market crash going on.
That's interesting. Did you know back in 2022 we spent like 6 days over VN?
Oh yeah, that was back when JFresh. I still remember the quote when he said, "When are the buyers gonna get exhausted?" or something like that.
Yeah, that's when I kept doubling down on my shorts and then ended up closing most of everything at break even.
Nice.
I did buy the fuck out of that dip though. God, that was great.
Yeah. No, you guys will have a lot of fun identifying patterns with your favorite stocks with a bunch of historical data.
That is fun.
It's super fun. It's
Yeah,
great.
I like it.
It's a treasure trove now. So I hope you guys are excited. All you analyzers out there, I hope you're stoked.
Oh, it reminds me, I have to ban Rims and Sims.
What? Him too?
Why?
I thought it was just Cobra.
What? Oh, he unpigeonwheeled.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, we should ban him right away.
I made him like 50 grand and then he lost it all.
What a
Andy
dipshit.
Andy didn't take the job in Buffalo that hired him after he applied with ChatGPT.
What a dipshit.
Wait, so what does he do?
I don't know. I guess he's unemployed. That would explain why he's not a pigeon whale.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can you look at what conditions we need for Vega pits? I could. What do you want to know? 3-month volatility is still fairly high, but it's coming down.
You read the docs.
The docs specifically say stocks only go up. This is he's discussing a bet where stocks go down.
Yeah, but the docs actually talk about Vega.
They do.
Options fundamentals, the Greeks, Vega. What the trader really wants is a contract with high Vega relative to delta. The figure below, which you can look at the docs, shows the ratio of Vega to delta for a contract
Well, I
with a
can just show
$100
them.
strike price as a function of changing spot price. When the option is in the money, the Vega over delta tends to zero and increases linearly as the contract goes further out of the money. Thus, the volatility trader would target far out of the money contracts to maximize sensitivity to IV relative to spot price. The limit on how far out of the money the trader can go is determined by the bid-ask spread. The contract price is deep out of the money, as well as their liquidity.
Did you mention the need for theta on those contracts anywhere?
Well, the theta gives it the Vega.
I know.
I love these docs, Jay Fresh. They're so cool. I wish everybody would read them.
Yeah.
People just, you know what happens is people see this part.
And it scares the shit out of them.
Yeah, and they're like, "Fuck this."
Dude,
Well-
it's like it's one section. You can just ignore it. Like the top line, you can like that can be quickly explained, but you don't really need to like fucking.
Yeah, you just
deeply-
skip this. It's just a definition. You just skip it. Read the word
Yeah.
definition above it at the top. Skip the summary of terms and calculation, and then start reading. You don't have to read or understand any of that stuff in the middle. It's just there for completeness. And
Yeah,
you're
we
editing.
spent the last like 4 days giving you guys more fun visualization of Vega on GS anyway. So
Yeah.
now you can see Vega as a percent change in IV as God intended.
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
The only
It's
Vega
fun.
I know is from Street Fighter. All right.
The only Vega I know is Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction.
No shit.
You know him,
Do you
No,
actually?
not personally.
so you're a liar.
Yeah,
You're a liar.
that's what I got.
Cool.
But generally speaking, yeah, you want a lot of theta. You want to buy options that are far out of the money. You want them to be cheap, which they're currently not. Like if you look at like Hold on. This is probably somewhat important.
Don't mind me. I'm just staring at the volatility surface because it's so cool.
Did you fix it?
I mean,
What does
I
that?
don't. Dude,
What
I
does
just gotta
that
give it
mean?
a few days. I don't, dude. He
Doesn't
tells
really
me
mean
everything's
anything.
broken when it's not broken and it's working fine, and I'm just. Well, you know what you're doing is you're diluting the meaning of it's broken to the point where I just don't even process that anything's actually broken when you say something's broken.
Mm.
It might actually be broken, but I have to.
No,
I
I know.
distrust, then verify.
We have to. You know, every time I've told you something's broken, though, it's been broken. You just don't like my definition of why it's broken.
All I'm saying, Greg, is that the computer logic is perfect. Whether or not mine is a different story, okay?
It's not the computer I'm blaming.
It makes it cut even deeper.
I know. So, like, 60-day implied vol is really not that cheap relative to historic performance. But out at like 90 days it still is. So you would probably want more than more than 90 days of theta in order to capture any upside in volatility. I will say that 60-90 day IV is quite low. Especially given everything we have coming up geopolitically and macro in the macro environment. So yeah, you'd probably want to look at like contracts that are, you know, like 90 days out, and then basically 90 day or more out, right? And then, you know, the only liquidity you're gonna find out that far is gonna be like the AM contracts. So, you know, basically you'd be looking at like October or further out, probably like the December contract, because that's where liquidity would be. And then you'd want to be really far out of the money. Like, I don't know, what, five. Oh, we could use, fucking Gamma Strike for that too. I don't know, like at least 4.9 to 5.7% out of the money. So
That's where you'll get the most delta per dollar.
yeah, and then that's like let's just go to like 5.2%, I guess, which would be like 59 59.34. So you'd want like 59.50. December, it's about $14,000 right now. And then
That's it? Just 14,000?
yeah, and then basically what you want to happen with this contract is that you want implied volatility to go up. And what that does is it increases your returns.
What kind of timeline are we looking at, though?
So,
Most people here are buying 59.50 like 2 days out.
I know. But he wanted to know how to capture the move in Vega.
I mean, you could just
Step
translate
one:
this to
start
SPY,
with
too.
$14,000.
Yeah.
No, you can do this with you can do this with SPY. You can do this with SPY.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, you could do the same thing with SPY. You can do it with debit spreads. So you can do this, right?
Super
and then
wide
you
debit
can,
spreads.
yeah, they do have to be very wide, but you could like sell a put down at like 5,600, and that significantly trims the total cost and you still maintain some exposure to volatility, although a bit less. But say like 5% correction and a 10% move in implied vol, you could get some fairly decent returns. Like
100%.
yeah, about 70% returns. That's on a spread. I mean, if it wasn't a spread, you could get a lot more.
Yeah.
You get like 150% or so.
Yeah, but then charm also fucks you over.
Yeah. I mean, I think this accounts for the decay. As long as
turning
you
into
got
a
it
spread would
before
give you a lot more
by
time.
like end of September. The beauty of this though is that like the price of the contract stays, relatively flat. I will say that the debit spread is going to be a little bit more. Like if you do the debit spread, you're going to be a little bit more insulated from upside moves. Not much, but a little bit. The tighter that spread is, the more protection you have from the market.
Now, what about this,
continuing
Girk?
up.
What about this?
What?
You have the long 59.50 put, and then you naked short the 59.50 call.
So just a synthetic.
Gross.
Just a synthetic short.
Just explode your margin.
Hey man, you can do it. The return.
It's actually not that great of a return.
Nah, it's not that great. Not that far out of the money.
Yeah, it might even be better to do like a near the
No,
money
you want the
bear
spread.
call.
You want the spread wide because it increases your exposure to Like if you're trying to get exposure to volatility, you want the spread to be wide. You don't want it to. The narrower it is, the less exposed to vol you are.
Yeah.
You can also do like calendars. Like you could sell the 5600 and sell it for like September, right? And that can change your like sensitivity a little bit as well. Because this contract will be less Vega sensitive than this one. It already is, but it'll be even less so because it has less theta. And you can still get a fairly decent premium on that. And that might allow you to narrow the spread a little bit more. Or you could buy a 12,000 C. They went up for like a few minutes during the 25% downside move. There was a little bit of row to capture.
All right, Girk, I got a position for you.
What is it?
I'm gonna link it in the chat.
I already hate it. Such a tool.
See what beautiful monstrosity you made here. Why?
Just slide the IV around.
Yes, this is very sensitive.
You wanted some Vega, right? Here's 28 6,000 puts for $195. You'll only lose 10 grand if you're wrong.
Yeah, that's true. But you also need like $500,000 to open the position.
No, you only need 10,000 of margin, right? For the bull call spread. Or the bear call spread. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, it's only one.
Yeah, it's just one
see.
fucking massive deep
I thought
in
it
the
was
money
28 of
bear
each of
call
the-
spread.
Okay.
And then that funds just a degenerate amount of puts.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. Although
This is the
these
food
are,
stamps or
these are
Lambo
July
position.
21st puts.
Well, you can put them out wherever you want.
$10,000 bet with a potential $16 million payoff.
Yeah, so like I said, 500 grand.
Oh, geez,
although,
if you do it for December,
although I
it's a
will say that
$1.3 million debit.
the profile for 500,000 is a lot better. If you can get a 5% drop.
Yeah, if you do this out in December, you spend 40 grand for one put. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, but you
I always
need the
forget.
market to drop like, oh my god.
5% in the next 3 months. So you have 90 days for the market to drop 5%. That's not that bad. It's reasonable. It's just not the way I would do it.
It's just utterly ridiculous, and
Yeah.
it would put a lot of stress on your portfolio.
You can also do like ratio spreads like these, and still keep some of the sensitivity to vol.
Did I already miss all the macro talk?
Hmm?
No, we didn't talk about macro at all. We just glazed you, and then we went straight to the option strat degeneracy.
All right, I'll let you get it out of your system.
What, the glazing you or the option strat degeneracy?
Yes.
Okay.
I like that.
I really want to tease the new feature we're working on, the
like
royal we are
200%.
working on.
Stop it. I really want to take a screenshot the next time I get to look at Nuke's ChatGPT search history on the left-hand side of the screen when he's sharing his screen and go through it line by line.
What is an int?
ChatGPT. And he's keeping it a secret from us.
Wait, Nuke has a
Tell me what an
chat
int is,
GPT
like I'm 5.
search history?
Yes, he does.
The last thing I saw him ask it was, how do I put a gradient in like this chart element?
Yeah, he just uses it as a search tool for programming code. I do the same thing.
It's called vibe coding.
No, vibe coding is asking it to make something for you and then copying and pasting the code in and praying that it works.
Oh.
No, vibe coding is where you actually put it directly into your code base and then have it make the code base and then telling it that didn't work, try again over and over again until it finally works.
Yeah, I mean that's what all these like coding tools like Cursor and stuff are. It's basically just integrating the LLM directly into the script writing software. And you're just like make this program, and then it makes something and you're like, shit, fix that bug, and then it fixes that bug while creating 5 more bugs. And then you repeat that process until you throw your computer out the window.
Well, yeah, what you'll do is you'll be like, I need help fixing this bug where this box is off center, and then it'll just like refactor your entire code base and change its structure and everything.
Yeah, I've actually there's kind of like my son's been watching a lot of like, I guess like there's kids vibe coding like really shitty horror games online, like all this like Roblox type stuff where the games are, there's a huge social aspect to it. The games are kind of crappy, but social circles are making their own games and interacting with them. And there's like a lot of tools to try to vibe code games, and it just looks unbearably awful. Just like they just spend all this time just asking it to please fix a problem without adding more problems.
Wait,
That's impossible.
Ken Carson had a make volatility great again hat? He stole that shit from me. Motherfucker.
He's in the pickle jar.
I'm
It's
angry
confirmed.
now. I've been saying that since like 2021.
Cum Croissant and DFV are in the pickle jar.
What a little bitch. And he accused JFresh of plagiarizing him. Like anybody would ever want to do that.
Hey, where's the love? Like when I first snuck in here.
What? No, why
No,
would anybody want
he's
to
saying that you're
plagiarize
difficult to
Ken
plagiarize.
Carson? I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
like
mind.
anybody
I got
would
that
want to ever
backwards.
plagiarize him with his like esoteric take on the fucking vol market.
I want his weird purple vest. Is that
We do need merch. I agree.
can we make purple vests with gamma like CBOE gamma strike?
I don't know if we could put CBOE on it without
Well,
having a
it's
direct partnership.
those weird purple vests are like you have to wear them on the CBOE trading floor or something.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Are they smoking jackets?
I think it's more of like a lab coat for retards.
Oh, I definitely need one then. Yeah.
That's a perfect description of them.
They're like, there's some real shit going on in this room. You gotta wear your PPE when you go in here.
Yeah,
People
here's
are
your
trading.
iPad. You have an iPad, you have the coat. Give you a little headset.
Your first day on the job, they're like, all right, get on the trading room floor, and you get in there. It's like, all right, now log into your Thinkorswim account. I'm like, what?
Right. This is how you get into your Robinhood. This is how you get into your Thinkorswim.
All right. Do we want to talk macro? We've got a bunch of shit coming up this week.
Just hell of shit to talk about. Oh my god, we haven't been on here with you for like a month, so
I know.
we're all backed up. We're compacted.
You gotta get a full release this time, then.
So we gotta clear
I mean,
blockage.
what's there to say? It's like everything is finally shit's finally hitting the fan again, but we're all just gonna go up anyway. Nobody cares.
Well, we
There's
did
too much gamma
delay.
in 0DT.
We did delay tariffs again.
No, that wasn't a delay. That was a restructuring of timelines.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Totally different.
Yeah, that's actually my mistake. I can't believe
You know what? By calling that a delay, you sound crazy. All right, you should probably get that checked out
Yeah.
by a psychologist.
Yeah, not
Well,
only do I
next you're gonna
sound
tell me
crazy, I
that-
sound really anti-American, and
You do. You sound like a Marxist.
yeah, actual communist agenda.
But this time, it's actually going to happen. No, I mean, I've been kind of. One of the reasons I've been like spamming the 6400 meme is just solely based on the amount of money that households have access to.
Which honestly, we
$400
fell short of in February. We did not. The market did not pump to that level. Like, we still missed it by just a little bit.
Right, but now they have at least. I mean, the problem is that the data is so delayed. But in the first quarter of the year, households gained $400 billion, and they're probably gaining more now. Well, I don't know about now with the tariffs. I don't know how it shakes out, but likely gaining more. So then it's a question of what are they going to do with it? They're going to balance their portfolios, and if they're cash heavy, they're just going to keep levering into the things that they were already levering into.
It's weird that the JPM has the exact same upside range for SPX for the year as well.
6,400.
Yeah.
There, Jamie Dimon is in the pick the jar.
Ken Griffin, by the way. Looking at you, Wirt.
That was Ken Griffin?
Wirt is Ken Griffin, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. He's
I
been
think
around a
Don
long
Duck
time.
is Jamie Dimon, actually.
Oh my god. You know what? No, Don Duck's that guy who's like the CEO of Wells Fargo.
Oh, Brian Moynihan?
No, is Brian
No,
Moynihan?
that's Bank of America.
That's Bank of America.
Sorry.
America. Brian Moynihan is a lizard person, by the way.
That's true.
I'm still convinced.
No, the CEO of Wells Fargo is like Charles Scharf.
His name is Sharp?
Scharf.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What a delightfully terrible name. I need to run home. I sharfed.
Yeah, we're just fucking marching up. I mean, it's true that there's just so much, power to lever the market maker into keeping things boring in the ultra short term that I don't see that changing until people finally freak out and do their flight to safety to the very safe assets like Nvidia and Palantir.
So I think, I mean, it's very much still just the AI trade. I think it is actually being pushed by households and not necessarily by industry, like big money. I think big money is kind of scoffing at this still. I mean, obviously, from the options chain, there's no leverage to the upside. Big money is not positioning for it. So I think they probably are waiting for this to fail. And retail's just full retailing into, all the AI names and all the same shit. And you just kind of got to wait for them to run all their money out. And in the meantime, while they're doing that, people are just selling puts on SPX and grinding it up
Ooh,
with.
Gorilla Mode's got a question here.
Is it
Spy. Hold on. Wait, Spy 6,400 because of household income. How'd JPM get there? Gorilla Mode. I have one. I have an answer for you. Cock.
SPX, not SPY?
No,
That would be insane.
just cock.
Is it time for me to do a ko-fi with just the lady saying cock over and over again?
It doesn't matter. I can't hear it. I've muted the Ko-Fi for myself, so only the audience can hear it now, which is actually amazing.
Or the Punchis spam?
That one was actually pretty good. We do have something notable out of JPM's latest research report, which is that high grade debt is being downgraded at the fastest pace since 2021.
Fun.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
corporate bond valuations are just a smidge too high. And U.S. debt downgrades. I think about $94 billion of U.S. debt's been downgraded in the last couple weeks.
Ooh. This is fun.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, largely, I mean, you have to think about where most of this new money is coming from. Like, where are these households getting it from? I mean, some of it is buybacks. Some of it is, a lot of it is being injected through private equity right now. So credit being given to non-financial or non-bank financial institutions that are doing things largely like dumping money into AI startups and things like that. So,
Check out this, Kirk.
yeah, I can imagine that as we're just dumping more money into this unproductive, unwanted thing, that debt is going to start looking less attractive as it continues to show that it's unproductive. Although there are the few gems that get scooped up by the big boys. You see Google bought Windsurf, which is
I did, yeah, for $2.4 billion.
The acqui-hire strategy that seems to be ever so popular these days.
Mm-hmm.
But they scooped him up from OpenAI, which nobody knew how OpenAI was going to pay for it anyway. They don't make money.
But they have money.
Right.
Well, no, Microsoft has money.
Microsoft is basically telling him to go kick rocks at this point.
Oh,
they already own.
Like they got everything they need.
They can use like they literally wrote this into the contracts early on. Like they can use any of their technology that's pre-AGI, which is everything they'll ever make. And then they also get revenue share. Like all the revenue that OpenAI makes, they have to share it with Microsoft. And so like they have and they have to renegotiate with Microsoft with any hope of getting transitioned to a for-profit company. And they just keep going to Microsoft and being like, well, how how about you do this? And it's just always worse for Microsoft, and they get nothing in return because they already basically have everything. Like Microsoft's ideal outcome is for OpenAI to just eat shit, and then they just absorb them. But yeah, so that's been fun. So SoftBank's still trying to figure out how to actually raise all that 40 billion, which is causing
Vlad
SoftBank.
Tenev is making a new AI model.
Is he?
Good for
Yeah.
him.
Well, I know he's getting into the grift of He's basically selling OpenAI shares with his tokenized system, which is kind of genius, actually. It's just buy a bunch of OpenAI and then sell the tokens to people, and then just act as the middleman and keep the profits. And then at the end of the day, you have tokens which are not actually tied to the company in any real way. You don't actually own anything. You're just
That's correct.
it's a weird. It's fun. It's fun. What a time to be alive. Bitcoin's hitting new highs.
You see
Another
my
interesting.
Bamalama Ding Dong chart?
I have not.
It's Bamalama Ding Donging.
Another fun thing about the Bitcoin stuff is Bitcoin is now contributing to the Bitcoin is a source of currency debasement, which I find kind of fascinating because people are now leveraging Bitcoin as collateral for loans in US dollars, because you can't actually do anything with Bitcoin. You need a real currency to do anything. And they're using it, it's like Strategy uses that money to buy more Bitcoin, and just kind of the Ouroboros eating its own tail kind of thing. And then, but there's other crypto mining operations that are doing it to do things like buy more chips from NVIDIA and try to get into the AI compute area, or just buy assets in general backing it with crypto. So now we've kind of basically strapped Bitcoin to the AI bubble, and it is now very sensitive to that. I think people who think that Bitcoin is a store of wealth are insane, and that it's just simply just levering into the AI bubble. And so their fates are intertwined. And so you look at the AI bubble, and things like H100 compute is like declining at a rapid pace. None of these companies are profitable. Like the number of the amount of money going into AI startup stuff, venture capital is going up, but the number of deals is going down, and they are getting more and more concentrated into the existing big boys. Like OpenAI was a huge one. Otherwise, without these huge deals trying to float these monstrosities, the money's starting to dry up. So we're getting pretty close to the point where if AI or if OpenAI or Anthropic or one of those big boys shits the bed, it's probably all going to start collapsing, because there's really not much else. It's really just OpenAI, right? They have something like 10 million paid users, something like that. And nobody else has anything close to that. So there's not really that many people using it. And so once OpenAI crumbles, it's kind of all over. So I think before the end of this year, actually, because I don't think OpenAI is going to be very. If OpenAI is able to convert to a for-profit, I'll move it to next year. But I think they have like till October or something to transition to a for-profit, or else 30 billion of their 40 billion promise goes away. But they're in a really big pickle, because to go to for-profit, they have to buy the assets from the nonprofit, and basically pay the taxes that they otherwise would have foregone. It's very murky water. It's very difficult at this point. But they've already inflated the value of it to like $300 billion, which they don't have. So I don't know how they're going to buy their own assets.
Suffering from success in grifting.
Yeah. All of this could have been avoided if they just didn't want to grow like rabbits. And they just tried to take a measured approach, but then it wouldn't be hype enough. So yeah, I'm gonna say crash in September, maybe October.
Interesting.
6,400 before then. Let's go. LFG.
6,400 it is.
That seems moderately reasonable. Do we want to talk about the Fed? There's a
I don't
lot
know.
of like the market. So the market's still price like equity market specifically seems to still be pricing in like a lot of rate cuts for 2025,
I've heard this one before.
which is a little weird because the bond market's not like like swap lines are still pricing in like 1.5 cuts by end of year, but Fed fund futures are basically pricing in 0 cuts for September, which doesn't give a lot of meetings, right? You got July meeting, and then you've got Jackson Hole, and then you've got the September meeting, basically pricing in nothing, and then after that you just have the December meeting. So they would have to cut twice at the December meeting for like for like any of what's currently priced in to be true, and for there to be no no reallocation of the current bets. For the bets, the current bets on when rate cuts are coming, we would have to get at least one cut by September. Otherwise, volatility on treasuries is going to need to rise pretty substantially. I think it's at its lowest level in the last 3 years. And I know this week CPI is expected to rise quite a bit, actually. I think it's like hold on, let me double check, but yeah, 0.2 to 0.3 on headline and 0.2 to 0.3 on core, which would push year over year inflation up to like 2.6 and core inflation back up to like 2.9, maybe almost 3%.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts coming in a little hot, because I mean oil has finally started trending up a little bit since forever.
Yeah, there was also that big spike in oil, like beginning of the last month with the Iran Israel shit.
Yeah, we'll
Although,
see how much the spikes are coming, but I mean, just the consistently, it's not as low as it used to be, and so I think over time that's going to put pressure. Because I mean, it's kind of crazy to me. Think about it. Like we're barely keeping inflation in check with oil just like taking just like a 3-year shit. And so once it stops doing that, it's kind of, I think it's going to be make it much more challenging, because oil's in everything. Like they try to take it out, but they don't.
yeah.
Well, you got to transport stuff. You got to, make energy. Like it's in every step of the process.
Yeah, they try to factor it out, but it's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty clearly all of the disinflation that we've seen is the pressures all come from oil.
Jay Stell put their pickle in my jar, cock around the clock.
I think right now, as of the last week,
I will be traveling back to my home planet of Zorlox to avoid another Fauci ouchie 5.
What the fuck?
This is amazing.
What?
The Ko-Fi someone just sent about Dirk.
What did it say?
Cock around the clock. I got dork sourdough starter stuck in my dock. I'll be traveling back to my home planet of Zorlox to avoid another Fauci ouchie.
Fauci and its ouchies. I've been seeing a lot of anti-COVID vaccine stuff on X lately. I'm getting a little in the rabbit hole on that.
Lately?
Yeah, have you missed the last 3 years?
I
Maybe
must,
maybe the
because-
algo is just redirecting you now.
Maybe.
It's
Yeah,
realized
decided-
it's realized
You know
that
what
you
it
have
is?
viewpoints that are grounded in science, and it's rage baiting you.
You know, I mean, I just don't care. I don't have the. I'm never. I don't think I'm ever gonna get one again. So I guess I just don't give a shit. I don't know. But no, I think it's because I've been telling everybody on X that they have AIDS, that they think I'm into like
Vaccines.
vectors of pestilence.
Have you thought about not trying to make AIDS a thing?
It is a thing. I didn't make it. I didn't like make it in a lab in Wuhan. OpenAI made it and released it on the world unwillingly.
That makes more sense.
And now Microsoft and Google are forcing us to use it in fucking everything.
Well,
you're scheduling a calendar event? Would you like AI to help with it? Like how? What? You
as
just wanna
as
put
of the
in
Fed
time.
minutes, there are 7 governors that are pricing in zero that are saying 0 rate cuts for 2025, and there are 10 who say 2 or more. But of those 10, 5 of them are non-voting. And so the market has obviously leaned into 2 cuts or more by end of 2025, despite 7 of the voting members, which is still the majority, saying no cuts in 2025. And then, we have all the tariff announcements that came post FOMC minutes. So I'm pretty sure, like, the July cut, which is in 2 weeks, or July meeting in 2 weeks, probably nothing again. Especially if Trump keeps like he just put a 50% tariff on copper, which I think goes into effect almost immediately. Like that's going like
We don't
right.
use copper for anything, right?
No, it's not just in every durable good that's manufactured.
It's in everything we make that moves on its own or moves when you plug it into a wall. There's copper in it.
Yep. Quit
Every
trying to
home,
make fetch
copper.
happen. Yeah,
What, AIDS?
plumbing copper. No, Nitu said quit trying to make fetch happen.
Is he referring to AIDS?
He probably is, yeah.
Because I didn't make or not make it. It is. It is a thing that exists. Yeah. The copper's in everything. Every motor, so anything that's motorized has some copper in it. Unless you
Anything
buy
electrical,
really cheap
too.
shit that uses aluminum. Don't buy that shit. It'll catch on fire.
Damn,
Wait,
yields
people
pushed up
use
hard
aluminum
on
as an
Friday.
electrical conductor? Why?
Because it is like half as conductive as copper. It's like one of the most conductive ones. And it's not silver. Silver's actually better than copper, but it tends to be too expensive to use in most things. Copper's got that perfect mix. The best thing is diamond. Should make
Not
everything
gold?
out of diamond.
I
No,
thought gold was the best.
the best feature of gold is that it's biocompatible and it is very resistant to forming surface oxides or rust.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was why it was good.
I mean, those are good for like connections where you have interface with the air, but for like a wire,
Like a shielded wire? You want a shielded wire of diamond?
yeah, I want a wire of diamond.
It's like fiber optics, but diamond.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know diamond was a great conductor. Guess I should go back to the drawing board with my artificial baby incubator.
Look up the Wiedemann-Franz law. Or as the cool kids say, the WFL.
So Basant's gonna start ramping up issuance to refill the TGA right now, but inflation's expected to rise. So he's gonna start ramping up issuance into heightened yields. I
I mean,
assume
he
he's
doesn't have much choice.
I assume he's going to keep everything at the low end of the curve and continue to do.
That's right. He's
Yellen's,
selling all bills.
yeah, YCC. But
he increased the 4-week and 8-week already. Sold those.
but if the Fed doesn't cut, then the 3 and 6 month need to move up pretty sharply.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
especially like 2 year. Whoever's
also,
buying the 2
who
year
the
under
fuck
4
is going to
an idiot.
buy the 2 and the 5 at 3.8?
Yeah, whoever's buying that under 4, he's got to be a moron. Like I would never. Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense to me.
Copper tariff, if implemented, will have a huge impact on the aerospace industry. Yeah, it'll have an impact on every industry.
Yes, that's correct. What about, is it just raw copper or is it finished goods too that contain copper?
Let me look.
Oh shit, dude! I have like 3 huge copper ingots in my lab right now. Should probably just hold
Nice.
on to those. Yeah, each one weighs like 100 pounds. It's insane.
Are those copper ingots like shaped such that I could use them as a weapon, like a bludgeoning device?
No, they're like they're fat cylinders.
Oh, that's lame. I was hoping to be shaped in like a bat.
Why would I buy a copper bat?
Because you're weird?
Yeah, but this is like research money. You can't just like buy weird shit.
Really?
No,
God, your job's so lame.
everything's audited, dude.
Like, you can't take that. Can you take that copper cylinder and put it in like a potato gun and shoot it at a wall?
I mean, I don't think I have the money to do that. I don't
But
think
the
I
potato
could
gun only
actually.
costs like $30.
If you do have the
Dude,
money,
this thing weighs
Trump's
like
gonna take it away
100
from you.
pounds.
Okay,
So it's
you gotta
only it's raw copper imports and semi-finished copper products.
What the fuck does that mean?
Wiring, bus bars, panel components, and for power grids, telecom, military systems, and data centers. It so far does not appear to include refined consumer goods.
The motors are safe. There might end up being some arbitrage. You just buy a bunch of cheap hobby motors and just scrap them for the copper.
Yeah, and some of they're still not sure about the like what carve outs there are gonna be, and if copper is being taxed on finished goods. So far, they don't think it's like going to be on finished goods, but it could be.
That's gonna be such a mess. Like, how do you even determine? I guess just by weight.
The importer would have to declare the amount of copper in whatever finished product. And then there would be, I assume, audits every once in a while to make sure the importers aren't lying.
Ugh.
Yeah. Fucking mess.
Woof.
Don't worry though, we're not going to pay for it. Okay.
So,
Wouldn't
right,
it just be easier to just go, just like undo the tax cuts for businesses? That seems like it'd be a lot less work because that's basically what it is. You're just taxing businesses.
Yeah, but you're taxing businesses without Congress's approval. And then they're gonna pass that tax on to consumers. So you're basically it's taxation. It is taxation without representation.
But businesses pass every tax onto a consumer, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's the nature of business. They have.
Wait,
to
are we
money.
doing that?
I don't know.
Shit.
I'm not the CFO.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Carl. Does this inflate GDP? No.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Usually,
actually,
the way that I think about it is taxes destroy money, so they are deflationary by themselves. There's some interesting scenarios that have been presented to me where there could be pockets of inflationary pressures, especially if you're shifting demand from abroad to here. You could have some wage inflation going on. But in general, taxes are just the destruction of money. That's what a tax is. So it can't. My heart tells me that, on balance, a tax can't be inflationary.
Well, the tax is less important than the change in imports, right?
I mean,
yeah, you're inflating import costs, but like deflating.
Well, no, you're deflating your imports just net if you make things more expensive, and so in the GDP formula, it's just going to go up. That's why we got that massive spike in GDP after Liberation Day.
But you're reducing demand.
Yeah.
Also, the GDP spike after Labor Day was old GDP. That wasn't
your old GDP.
I mean, you're looking at the wrong quarter. GDP has gone down since gone down like quite a bit since Liberation Day. Because that's what tariffs do best, is they just reduce demand.
Well, yeah, the initial shock will be up, and then it'll be down.
Yeah, everyone tries to front load the tariff, which is what's happening on copper right now. Is everyone's trying to stockpile as much copper as they feasibly can.
Is copper mooning?
Copper went up like 10% when he announced the tariff. Like instantaneously.
Fucking dipshit.
Did you ever buy any of the HBM?
No.
HBM's killing it.
But yeah, the Fed is interesting because, like, a part of me hopes that he gets rid of Powell and actually gets someone to just aggressively cut rates. Because I just kind of want to watch everybody, like, do the happy dance that they're, like, liberating growth. And they just collapse the bond market, destroy credit, and just...
I'm pretty sure that if Trump attempts to remove JPOW, every foreign investor in U.S. Treasuries in the world is going to sell their treasuries immediately.
Yeah, maybe not all, but they will sell certainly.
So they're going to sell so much. They're going to sell so much that Basant's not going to be able to issue debt.
Oh, he can issue it for a price.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's going to be, I mean, he's really playing with fire on that one. That's super fucking dangerous. Hey, you can look at other instances of, like, smaller countries playing that game and interfering with the independence of their central banks, and it is bad.
Yeah, but we're
Wait,
America.
so you're
Yeah,
telling
but that
me,
also means that the exposure to risk here is just massively higher.
so you're telling me that my plan to refinance at 0% because Trump is fundamentally flawed, because when they cut rates on the short end, the long end's going to spike.
Yeah.
Correct.
Boo.
We've been telling
Just
you
remember-
this since before
just
you buy your
remember-
house.
I told you I got it for a cheap rate, and I was not kidding. Mortgage rates have only gone up since I bought.
Just remember. Well, remember two things. First thing is, my mortgage will always be better than your mortgage, no matter what happens. Second thing, the Fed will always be accommodative to credit market, always, no matter what. So if you think they're tightening, you're probably thinking about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And currently, high rates are accommodative, and they're accommodative through interest payments. The high rates at the short end keep rates at the long end down. So if you drop the short end, the long end's going to moon.
Here's a good question. What happens to our GDP when they cut rates at the short end?
Down.
So they have to get under something like 3.25 or something like that for the to actually start getting the interest rate, the net average, like the aggregate average interest rate of all the debt to go down.
Yeah.
So they have to cut quite a bit. So I suppose from like 4.25 down to like 3.25 might actually be like part of like that initial pump, but overall it's going to serve to raise the long end, and but while it's doing that, it's also going to issue less interest payments. So the deficits will drop some, which will drop in GDP.
Yep.
So,
I
yeah,
know.
keeping rates high is bullish. Lowering rates is bearish.
Yeah, that is correct. Speaking of those dynamics, the EU announced today that they're going to delay their countermeasures, which were supposed to go into effect after April 9th, after Trump wrote his letter over the weekend that he's going to impose 30% tariffs on the EU and Mexico, which I assume additionally excludes U.S. MAC or whatever it is, the Mexico Canada trade shit for all the automotive industry. I think that's still excluded, but he announced 30% tariffs on EU and Mexico. EU was supposed to enact countermeasures of like 70 billion or something this week, but von der Leyen pulled those back this morning. And then also, speaking about people selling treasuries and high yields being supportive, Japan's real wages fell the most on the last report since like 2023. So their wages are slipping way the fuck behind inflation. Here, look at this.
It's crazy to me to what lengths Japan is willing to go aka how much they're willing to let their citizens starve to prevent making the U.S. look stupid.
That's not true. Ashiba promised 20,000 yen to each adult in Japan.
So everything just got 20,000 yen more expensive overnight. Cool.
Well, it's like $130.
Yeah. Well, now rice is going to cost more, which they still can't buy it. Awesome.
It's
I'm
all
still
dumb.
waiting. I'm still waiting for them because I know they're laying the groundwork to blame AI because they already said they're going to use AI to figure out future interest rates. I know they're going to be like, well, AI told us to raise them. What are we going to do? Blame that darn old AI.
Yeah.
It's all dumb. It just kind of reinforces the fact that humanity exists on a distribution and the people in charge basically replicate that very same distribution. And so, on average,
Yes.
they're going to be as smart as the average person.
I would argue that the barriers to entry actually bias it towards people on the lower end of the distribution.
Ouch. Damn, J-Fresh coming in hot.
Did you just call out the pores?
No, he called out the fucking the riches as being
Oh.
idiots.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They're so dumb. Did you see what Bill Ackman wrote this weekend?
No, I
No,
don't.
I
his
don't want to
life?
know. He's probably so
He wrote
stupid.
it. He wrote his whole origin story, and guess how many
Jesus.
like rich billionaires of his dad were involved in his success? More than zero.
Yeah, he's just. They're all nepo babies.
Yeah, he's just like sitting there writing out precisely how much of a fucking silver spoon he had repeatedly had jammed down his throat, talking about how he's a self-made. Like he just doesn't see it at all. It's just like he's just like documenting how many like billionaire friends invested in his stupid hedge fund or whatever. It was just like most people that are much better suited to that would never have that opportunity.
Yeah. They have to get like insane outsized returns over a long period of time before those same billionaire dudes would pay attention to them.
He's talking about like how all of his schooling and everything was paid for by his parents and all this other wonderful stuff.
Do we think that the BOJ will raise rates in an effort to combat, or well, in an effort to leverage tariff negotiations?
They could just end YCC.
They already did.
Oh, did
I don't
they?
really know
Yeah,
what they're going
like
to
a
do in
while ago.
response.
They've got to do something. It's getting like bad. Like they're just eating all of the like economic fallout right now in order to continue making massive fees at their banks. But like when the tariffs hit, that's going to affect all of their largest industry. Like all of their manufacturers are going to get hit super fucking hard. And Trump said 25% tariffs on Japan.
Yeah,
How do they
but
how do they
how,
not how do they not
how,
fucking start raising rates in response to that?
Taco.
Oh yeah, I mean they've got a bet on Taco, but you think
What's
Trump will
what's
back
the
down?
what's the
Trump didn't want
Japan
to back down last time. I don't think he's going to want
what's
to
the
back down this time.
what's the Japanese version of taco?
Oh, Ueda just not cutting rates or raising rates.
Iwako?
Ueda never raises rates.
Hunter?
Honor.
That's like
Uatu? Ueda always appeases the United States?
this is terrible. You got to get like unagi or something to work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Ueda never allows grain ingestion.
I don't think he has anything to do with them not wanting our rice, if that's what this is about.
No, his people can't afford rice.
Mm.
They're starving their people.
Hey, do we want to short regional banks?
Is it time
That
for that
time of year
yet?
again?
Well, regional bank ETF is up 29% from the April low. But I don't think their earnings are going to match that.
Yeah, why would they? Maybe.
UTA never allows government intervention. Unagi. There we go. Good job, NW. Now we have the Unagi trade.
Unagi tacos. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think there's probably some significant credit quality risks and pricing pressure that's gonna fuck regional bank income. And if regional bank income is fucked through earnings season, regional banks are gonna dump because they're up way too fucking much.
I mean, everything's up too much. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, KRE's up fucking 6.3% this month. Do we have KRE and GS?
I think so.
I wonder how many people are betting bearish against
Ooh.
this shit.
I'm not sure, actually.
We do, and it looks spicy.
Oh, thank God.
Why is delta gamma exposure flat, Dork?
Fuck off. How about that?
Oh, shit.
Wait, is it actually flat or just changing very little? No, it's completely flat.
Mm-hmm.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, Dork probably fucked something up.
Probably.
Dork.
Well, let's see what their OI looks like. They got a bunch of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, just their Vega looks like shit in general.
Ooh,
Everything else looks good.
Falls up. Falls up a lot.
Ugh, that wall service looks like ass. God damn.
Hot, sweaty
Ooh,
ass.
look at this sweet surface. Yeah, there might be a few bearish bets.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Jesus. It's almost like nobody believes the market.
They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been trying to tell people that like the whole way up. Like, look, there's nobody's betting on upside. They're just betting on not down, begrudgingly as it keeps going up.
Yeah, I think we're in the peak of the chud trade where nothing ever happens. And that's basically just the bet.
Oh my god. Dude, I want to short fucking KRE. Look at the fucking... Look at the OPEX puts at like 57. This is insane. When are bank earnings? Are they this Friday?
Based on the volatility, I'm gonna guess this Friday. Or this week. Holy shit.
The 45-day implied move on KRE is 12%. This is amazing.
Let's see. Who's reporting end of this week? Ally, Schwab, Truist, Huntington, Regions, US Bancorp's on Thursday. So we start getting bank earnings tomorrow after close. And then we've got Tuesday morning, we've got JPM, Citi, Wells, BlackRock, State Street, BNY. And then Wednesday, B of A, Morgan, PNC, M&T. Wednesday night, First Industrial. Yeah, that's more trust. Home Bank Shares, Great Southern Bank. And then Thursday, U.S. Bank Corp, Webster, and Fifth Third in the morning.
Ooh, Fifth Third.
Yeah, and then Bank OZK, First National, Western Alliance, and Metropolitan after close. And then Friday, Huntington Regions, Truist, Schwab, and Ally, and Comerica. Huh.
Yeah. Well, looks like everybody else beat us to that trade.
Looks like all those puts are gamma neutral too. No, did they? I mean,
Should we just buy it 50? Buy it 50?
maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, you could still short here. The risk is probably not that bad. I guess you could try to take the counter trade and buy the call.
Yeah.
And then if major banks, which could outperform, do, then the impact to regionals will be less. So you bet the Bears are wrong for now. I don't know if I like that, but that's an interesting setup. There's a lot of room to the downside if it does tank. Like all the way back to like 50 or 49. So maybe even buying the out of the money strike isn't that bad. Like what's it cost for 20 DTE put?
Yeah, so if you look at skew adjusted decks, like during the last six trading days, he's basically been flat. But skew adjusted decks is basically it was flat in the first half of that, and then it's just been trending down. So yeah, people are definitely wanting this thing to dip.
All right, a 58p on August 15th on a test of 50 is a 1200% return.
You know you're just ruining your own spreads right now, Dirk.
What do you mean?
Everybody's gonna buy him.
No, I know. I'm just looking at him.
Yeah, he's not actually interested. He's just talking out loud.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
I mean, I'm just pointing out like the Ivy isn't so overpriced that the potential move is unprofitable. It's definitely less profitable than it would have been like a week ago.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
yeah, getting in on those. I didn't even think about KRE, but yeah, getting in on those like while the Ivy was significantly lower. Like if you'd gotten in, I don't know, end of June or like on the 8th when Ivy 30 was around 20, that would have been a sick entry. But it's still not terrible. I mean, maybe I'll throw a couple $100 at it, see what happens. And then I can just buy the upside call because they're cheap as fuck, right? So, I mean,
Yeah, well, that's part of it. Like call hedges are cheap right now. Nobody wants to buy the upside. Actually, that Chris Sidiel guy, the vol trader that
yeah,
loves to just he gives so much good information out. He noted that they were cheap, like $500 ago on the SPX. So because nobody wants them, so he bought them, and they're still cheap. It doesn't mean it's going to keep going up, but The bet is not terrible.
Bear call to pay for pets. Let's go. Strangle. I don't know if I want to do the. Well, you could. I guess you could do the bear call. I don't think it's worth it. Like the. If you did like the 65, and then like the out of the money put, still net debit. Yeah, that's. Oh wait, sorry, that's backwards. Yeah, maybe you could sell the spread above Gamma Max, but Gamma Max is rising. Gamma Max is at 65 right now. That's, yeah, I mean, the peak of Gamma is pretty flat across the top out to like 68. I think I just want to get like the call. Like I get like the 60, fuck it, like the spot long call by the out of the money put. And then, you know, if bears are right, it definitely reduces your return, but you're protected against the pain trade. Maybe you could do 65. That seems a bit useless. I might just buy the put. 69 bucks for the 50. The liquidity on these isn't very good, though. Oh, yeah, it is. There's like 21,000 OI. Why does it say that? Oh, the spread's just wide.
It's fake news.
Yeah, I mean, the risk reward seems good enough that I don't necessarily give a shit about hedging it. Like you can make 14,000%, 12,000 or 1,200% on $58 of risk. Like, I don't know if that necessitates a hedge. If only we had
Every gambler in here just started sweating.
Why?
$58 for 12,000%, 1,200%.
That's like worst case scenario, though. That would be. I mean, that would actually be a ridiculous drop in carry. That would be back to what?
Reality.
No, reality is probably somewhere down around like 40. I think like a drop back to like 55 is probably something far more reasonable, and that's only like 500% return on risk. Still not bad.
Gross. 500% gross.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think is, are the front-loaded banks going to be worse than the ones into the end of the week? And like the two that are going to matter Monday, because you could technically do like these, which are almost the same price. The July 18 contract is only $10 cheaper than the August 15 put. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Well, that definitely makes the August 15 put more attractive. I wonder how much the September is. Yeah, the August 15 is cheap. Interesting. Yeah, alright. I don't know. I don't hate that. Might play around with it a little. Are you gonna short it, Dork? Do you have $58?
It depends on if the HELOC clears in time.
Okay.
Did you actually get a HELOC?
Well, I mean, the cash advance might come faster, so maybe I'll do it with that instead of the HELOC. And then put the HELOC in after the play's over.
Stop it.
All right, let's should we do some projections for this week? Wrap this
Sure.
up.
Okay.
I don't know. With EU pulling back, we did. I don't think I did one for last week, so this week's wide open. Whoever wants to go first can.
Okay, I will go. Give me 1 sec. I need to make sure I have mine open to get this right. Okay. So we are going to open at 6,200.
Jesus. Okay.
And then we're going to close Monday at 6,250.
I swear to God, dork.
And then we're going to open Tuesday at 6,225.
Ooh, you're not doing a little bit of lettuce. Okay.
That's what we're going to open is 6,225. And then we're going to close at 6,250.
Oh my God. You bastard.
Okay.
Right.
And then we're going to open Wednesday at 6,250.
Oh my God.
And then we're going to close Wednesday at 6,250. And then we're going to open Thursday at 6,275. And then we're going to close at 6,250. And then we're going to open Friday at 6,300 and close at 6,250.
Oh my God.
Could you have just done flat?
Yes, that was my prediction.
You're such a cunt. All right, J-Fresh.
Week 63.25.
All right. I'm going with up tomorrow. There, I like that.
Oh, wow. We got a little spread going.
Yeah, we did eventually.
All right, let me get the screenshot so I can gaslight the pores. There we go. Oh, wait, I need a better one. Hooah. There we go.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, God damn it.
Get this
At
one.
least I didn't post it this time.
Wait, I just want a slightly better, like I want a slightly more bearish open because I'm long VX right now.
I see how it is.
Yeah,
Okay. Am I good to post this one?
yeah, you're fine.
Okay. You sure?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Pan.
Boom. It's posted, so now you can make your post adjustments.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. I figure we probably open low tomorrow, push up into CPI. CPI won't be fantastic, but it'll be within expectations. So I think like maybe a little hit in the beginning of the day and then push up into close for PPI. And I think PPI is terrible. And then we fall on hot PPI into end of week.
Makes sense
So
to me.
your bet is that we will all have a hot PPI.
Yes. The hottest.
The eye of our PP will be hot.
Yeah, burning. Like gonorrhea. Like economic gonorrhea.
Got it.
Okay. I think flat because gamma.
Yeah, Gamma's not as high as it was last week. Which I
Zero
think
DTE
which
gamma.
I think we recovered on. Well, it's getting a little more dangerous to sell that. We're going into the deepest part of the blackout for buybacks here. There's like some pension readjustments, but CTAs and like vol control and stuff are still very flat. I don't know. I think there's like there's a chance at like a little pullback. Also, we're going into SLD, and we're just like we're so high going into SLD that like there's nothing to be gained by like continuing to buy the upside here. On a pullback, it's worthwhile, right? Like maybe like a pullback to like 6150, like back to VN. Nice little uptick in vol, and then bears can sell the further dated puts, or bulls can sell the further dated puts. But like I don't think there's any reason to like just not continue to pull back leverage up here, especially with everything else going on.
I'm just trying to be wary of the banana stand.
Yeah, I know. It's probably good to be. I mean, I'm probably not taking any like long-term bets. But I might be interested in like straddling and like the end of week level. Like if we open like 6250, 60, I would probably straddle the end of the week on any test of 80.
Smart.
I'd be comfortable. Yeah, I'd be pretty comfortable with that. Maybe like 1 to 2 calls to puts.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
Baby farms?
Yep, baby farms. Thanks for coming on, guys. It's been a while. We should do this more often.
We should.
Like once a week?
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would be cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hopping on. I'll catch you later. Enjoy your Sundays.
Yep.
For the rest of you, I'll be around for the rest of today. Thanks for coming to our 200th weekend episode of Puts or Calls Girk. And are you guys just gonna do that the entire time?
Ladies and
My
gentlemen,
sloppy Joe is all
we got 'em.
sloppy and no
Oh, harder, Daddy.
Anyway, yeah. So,
Do it live. Fuck it.
yeah, we did it. We did it live. But, I'll be around the rest of the day if you guys have any questions. And, I'll see you tomorrow. Pickles Picks will be out tonight. Peace.
I'm gonna come.